Introduction. Expanding into global markets means talking to people in their own language and culture. Today, companies can use AI tools like machine translation to produce lots of content quickly in many languages, but they must also keep messages natural, accurate, and on brand for each region. In practice, that means blending AI power with human expertise. We will contrast simple translation with deeper localization and transcreation, explain how mixed human AI workflows work, and cover checks like quality assurance and terminology management. We also discuss how to pick which new markets to target and how to measure success in brand awareness and sales. Translation versus localization versus transcreation. Translation means turning text from one language to another as directly as possible. The goal is to keep the same meaning and style. For example, translating a user manual or technical sheet requires accuracy and clarity. In translation, the wording often stays close to the original so that the core message is preserved. By contrast, localization is a broader process that makes content feel natural in the target location. It includes translating text and adapting dates, currencies, images, and examples to fit local culture. For example, switching to local units, e.g., miles to kilometers, or changing an image to one that suits local tastes are localization tasks. Effective localization requires understanding the target culture's customs and avoiding local taboos. For instance, certain numbers or symbols that are lucky in one country might be offensive in another. The number 4 is considered unlucky in parts of East Asia. A localized product or website thus reads as if it were created for that audience. Transcreation goes even further, especially for marketing and creative content. Here, preserving the exact wording is less important than keeping the idea, emotion, or humor. Transcreation often involves rewriting slogans, ads, or brand messages so they resonate locally. As one industry guide explains, transcreation is more about creation than literal translation. For example, McDonald's English slogan, "I'm loving it," was changed to a phrase meaning, "come as you are," in French, a very different wording that still carries the positive feeling. In practice, professional translators often act as copywriters for marketing. They need creative license to focus on concepts and brand voice rather than translating word for word. This ensures ads and blog posts do not just carry meanings, but convey the same buzz and persuasion in each language. The role of AI and hybrid workflows. At scale, AI translation, also called machine translation or MT, can draft huge amounts of content fast. Modern AI can handle things like large product catalogs or support documents in minutes. However, AI alone has limits. Machine translation tools still struggle with cultural references, complex industry jargon, and tone. For example, a machine might translate an idiom too literally or miss a local joke. It may produce marketing copy that reads awkwardly or even offends locals without a human to steer it. A hybrid workflow combines AI speed with human oversight. In this model, AI produces a first draft of the translation, then a human linguist or editor reviews and refines it. Skilled translators, often called post-editors, fix errors, adjust the style, and ensure consistency with the brand. They check terminology using approved glossaries and adjust sentences so they flow naturally. Importantly, humans add cultural insight. They might replace an image, tweak a joke, or even rewrite a sentence so it fits the audience's expectations. In short, we let machines do the heavy lifting for volume, and human experts do the fine-tuning for nuance. This approach is cost-effective and scalable. AI handles repetitive or straightforward content, like FAQs or user guides, saving time and money. Humans handle sensitive or creative content. They are also often subject matter experts for technical fields. For example, in a regulated industry, medical, legal, or finance, a post-editor might be a trained specialist who knows the exact terminology. Wolfestone Group notes that their translators include experts in such domains, which helps catch fit and finish errors that only a pro would see. Regional reviewers, local marketers, or cultural consultants can also step in to vet content for idiomatic correctness and brand alignment before publication. This team effort prevents missteps. For instance, a marketing slogan rendered by AI might sound odd or offensive without native review. In practice, setting up a hybrid workflow means deciding which content goes through machine translation and which goes straight to human translators. teams often create a content selection step to tag pieces as AI friendly. Or expert review needed. The output then flows into a translation management system that applies appropriate QA checks, see below. Quality assurance, QA, and terminology management. Even after translation and editing, quality checks are essential. Localization quality assurance, QA, covers multiple areas. For one, linguistic QA checks grammar, spelling, punctuation, and consistency with the original text's meaning. It also verifies that the translated tone and style match the brand's expectations. Many teams use a glossary of approved terms, and a style guide, rules on tone, formality, and branding to help with this. Linguists refer to these references to pick the right words. QA also looks at design and technical factors. Visual QA ensures the translated content still fits the layout and doesn't break the interface. Some languages expand in length. Buttons and menus may need resizing. Functional QA checks embedded links, code, date formats, and other elements that could malfunction after localization. Finally, a cultural QA step reviews content for local appropriateness. It asks, does this text avoid local taboos? Is imagery respectful? Are legal requirements met? As one guide explains, languages vary in idioms, cultural nuances, and legal norms, so QA must ensure the final content resonates appropriately with the target audience. Terminology management underpins all this. A central glossary or term base lists key brand names and technical terms with one approved translation per language. For example, a product name or a feature label must be consistent across the site. If one translator says submit on a button and another says send, users get confused, hence the glossary avoids that mismatch. Best practice is to integrate the glossary into the translation tools so that every translator and reviewer sees the latest approved terms in real time. Concurrently, a style guide documents the brand's voice, whether it should sound friendly, formal, funny, or expert. It includes do's and don'ts and example phrases. Before translating, teams should define if the brand voice is, say, playful and witty, or authoritative and calm, and share examples. In this way, all translators use the same playbook. The result is that the brand's personality shines through similarly in every language, which builds trust. Inconsistent tone across languages confuses customers and weakens the brand. Brand voice across languages. Maintaining a unified brand voice in different languages is crucial. The brand's tone, exciting versus serious, casual versus technical, must survive translation. As one team notes, an inconsistent voice fragments the customer experience and even hurts trust. To align voice, companies use the tools mentioned above, style guides and glossaries, and also involve people. Experienced local translators or copywriters who understand the brand read all translations. They ensure that the message still feels like the same storyteller. For example, if the English copy uses humor, the translator may add a locally relevant joke or replace an idiom so the humor isn't lost. This is part of transcreation, recreating the idea faithfully rather than word-for-word translating. As Localized explains, giving translation teams creative freedom lets them focus on concepts and branding. Ongoing review cycles allow local marketing experts to give feedback and refine the voice. The goal is readers in Tokyo, Berlin, or Sao Paulo all feel they're hearing from the same brand personality, just in their own language. Selecting markets and measuring impact. Before launching in a new language, companies should choose markets wisely. A data-driven approach helps prioritize countries with the best return on investment. One advanced strategy is to rank markets by potential online sales. For example, Translated.com describes a T-index tool that evaluates each country's e-commerce potential. It spots high-potential markets, so teams can focus localization efforts there first. In general, factors include market size, number of target speakers and internet users, competitive landscape, and alignment with the product. Cultural fit matters too. A market where the brand's values resonate or where customer demand is high will likely respond better. Business leaders may analyze web search trends, existing brand awareness, and local competitor success to pick promising regions. Once localized content is live, teams track performance. Key metrics include conversion rates and brand engagement in each market. For instance, analytics might show what percentage of website visitors in a country make a purchase. After proper localization, conversion rates often rise significantly. E-commerce research finds that presenting information in local language and currency can boost purchases. One analysis reported that displaying prices in a shopper's currency can increase conversions by about 40%. Personalized, culturally relevant content can raise conversions by 10-15% and even customer satisfaction by 20%. Another case found a brand earned 20% of its revenue from overseas markets after fully localizing products and marketing. Companies also watch customer acquisition cost, CAC, and customer lifetime value, CLV, in new markets. A well-localized campaign that truly connects with local customers can lower CAC because ads and content resonate better, so fewer dollars are spent per sale, and increase CLV. Customers stick around and buy again because they trust the brand. Finally, awareness can be gauged via increased site traffic from those countries, social media engagement, and local search volume for the brand. In sum, by comparing these metrics before and after localization, a company measures the lift in awareness and conversions. Data-driven teams can then refine their strategies, investing more where gains are strong and tweaking efforts where results lag. Conclusion: at scale, creating localized multilingual content requires both smart technology and human insight. Machine translation and AI give teams the speed to enter many markets quickly. But localization and transcreation ensure the content resonates culturally and sticks to the brand's voice. The best results come from hybrid workflows, letting AI handle bulk translation, while linguists and local experts polish the output. Rigorous QA processes, centralized term glossaries, and clear style guides keep quality and consistency high across languages. Choosing markets based on data, like sales potential, and measuring metrics like conversion rates ensure a strong return. In the end, businesses that blend AI with subject matter experts and local reviewers see higher brand awareness and sales overseas. This balanced approach lets a brand speak authentically in every market and capture the rewards of a truly global presence. All links to sources are available in the text version of this article. You can find the full article at autopod.co. Thanks for listening.